Hi, this is Oliver from FiveRuns. In this short screencast, I will introduce FiveRuns TuneUp, a new tool and community service for Rails developers. TuneUp helps you analyze performance bottlenecks during development locally on your machine. It also helps you better understand the Rails framework by revealing all steps of each action request. If you should run into any performance issues you cannot resolve yourself, the TuneUp service lets you share them with your colleagues or the community at large. Let me now show you the TuneUp developer panel. We package it as a Rails plugin, which makes installation straightforward. Once the plugin is copied to the vendor's plugins directory of your application, you will see the TuneUp panel at the top of each rendered page. For this demo, I'm using the open source Rails application Eldorado. Of course, you can use any Rails application of your choice. The TuneUp plugin just requires Rails version 2.0 or higher. As I navigate this application, the TuneUp panel continually updates high-level metrics about the currently rendered page. You have probably already guessed that the stacked bar in the upper right corner shows you how the overall execution time is distributed between the model and the view portions. At any time, I can request further details about the most recently executed action. That's helpful when I'm wondering why it took longer to render this page compared to others. But even if I'm not concerned about performance, the request analysis is quite useful on its own. I can quickly learn about what happens under the framework covers for each request. This breakdown shows me all the instrumented steps of this action. I can drill down further to identify long-running model accesses. Since Active Record eventually creates SQL statements, the TuneUp plugin captures those queries and makes them available here. As a convenience, it also executes an explain query, which can help expose information from the query optimizer of the database. For each captured step, TuneUp also identifies the corresponding location in the source code. On a Mac with TextMate, following the edit icon opens the associated source file and jumps to the appropriate line of code. Now here's a particular request where I wonder why this partial spends so much time in Active Record. It should primarily just focus on rendering the output. I see many individual model requests here. This probably gets worse as the number of items grows. Let me take the opportunity to upload this run to the TuneUp community site. Just by pressing the upload button, I can transfer the run from my machine to the servers. Now I can decide if I want to just share this run with a few colleagues or if I want to make it public to the community. For this demo, I will make it public and provide some context. Since I worked on this controller code recently, I'll add a brief code snippet to help others understand where I suspect the problem. In the real world, I would now have to wait a little bit for feedback. But since this is a demo, I get instant help from the community. Here, another TuneUp member promptly tells me that this is the N+1 problem, and I should try eager loading. That certainly rings a bell. Let me add the include attribute to my find query and see if it makes a difference. After reloading, the TuneUp panel quickly shows the request analysis. I can now see that eager loading indeed solved this particular problem. This concludes the introduction to our new tool and community service. Thank you for your interest in FiveRuns TuneUp. Please visit us at tuneup.fiveruns.com, sign up for an account, and get involved in solving Rails performance challenges.